I said this yesterday. No, I'm not really aiming my ammunition at Mikel Arteta yet, because Aubameyang has just signed it. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, Aubameyang just signed a brand new contract and can't seem to find the back of the net. I don't know if that's Arteta's fault. Maybe, I mean, he did start moving back to sort of play down the middle a little bit more, but maybe he wasn't really working on the wings. I don't know what the problem is with Aubameyang at the moment. I also don't really know what the problem is with Ozil, whether that was his decision or the club's decision. I don't know who chose to keep him out of the squad, but everybody keeps pointing to Mesut Ozil being the magician that's going to fix Arsenal. He might not be. If he does get included back in the squad, I can't see it happening, to be honest. Ali, he might not be. The whole reason this problem came about with Mesut Ozil is because he didn't turn up to games he didn't really fancy. So he was always ill. It didn't really work. So, you know, going back to Ozil too much, I don't really think is the answer. Listen, he just won the FA Cup. I think he's afforded himself a little bit more time. Whoever wrote there that, you know, he's appointing a manager that's never managed a top flight club before, we're doing it all over the place. You know, there are other managers in the game. Steven Gerrard, for example, Frank Lampard. Look what Steven Gerrard's doing. Even look what Frank Lampard's doing at the moment. And Mikel Arteta's the one that has won a piece of silverware. So no, like I will afford him a bit more time, and I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and go Mikel Arteta out. I don't think it's warranted, and I think it's too early.
You know, Arteta, I mean, people kind of questioned Arsenal before the United game, and as they put in the performance, got the result. But this is a different kettle of fish. And Tottenham, full of confidence, playing well, got a point against Chelsea. Although I thought Chelsea were the better side, but still, I mean, it just doesn't look good. And listen, I'm still 100% behind Arteta. I want to put that one out there because people keep asking, "Oh, do you think you should get rid of Arteta?" Well, absolutely not. Do you know what I mean? We can't keep chopping and changing managers every time a situation goes bad. At some point, you need to stick with a manager. And listen, there have been some great times in his small reign at Arsenal. He's won us a trophy. Do you know what I mean? But at the minute, Arsenal not playing very, very well. But I still believe he's 100% the man to get Arsenal out of this slump.
So what is going wrong?
They're just not playing well enough. Not playing well at all. They can't get the best out of Aubameyang, not playing well at all. But not only that as well, I know we keep talking about we don't create chances for him, but he's got to do more himself as well. You can't keep obviously blaming everyone else because he was superb up until he signed the contract and going, well, it can't be his fault. We do need creativity in there. I understand that. But he can still be doing a lot more for the team as well. So for me, there's so many different... There's no leaders. I mean, I think out of all the players there, Gabriel, I think he's the one who's kind of stepped up, I think, and I thought he's done really well since he's come in. But other than that, Tierney at times, but there's this real lack of belief and identity in this Arsenal squad, and I think it's a real concern.
That is one of the things that was credited for Mikel Arteta, for him bringing it back in, was that kind of belief and that confidence. And they went on that great FA Cup run, beat some big teams in that as well, Man City, Chelsea in there, beat Liverpool as well outside of that, and it feels like it's fallen away a little bit. Yesterday, actually, we discussed this, and we were talking to Troy Dean. He was sitting where you were sitting, and he was saying that for Aubameyang, like, maybe it's just a lot of people saying this, not looking up for it. Why would you not be up for it?
Listen, I can understand where Troy's coming from, because and I've said this before, when you look at Aubameyang's performances before he signed the contract, he was running after everything. He was tracking back, he was putting tackles in. Like, people didn't really speak about their creativity then because he was doing so much. He was probably going above and beyond. So people expected that to continue. Started against Fulham, first game of the season, superb again, got this contract. And he just seems to have kind of just come away from it a little bit. And now I understand strikers go through patches in their career where you're not quite scoring goals and confidence is low, but you can still put effort in, you can still put work rate in. And I think right now questions have to be asked. And I think he might even be asking questions of the Arsenal squad, because he probably thought to himself, by me signing this contract, how far realistically are we away from the Champions League football again, which is where he wants to be playing. You know, I'd still say Arsenal were a little bit away from that. So he's probably questioning himself now, have I done the right thing here? Should I have signed this contract? But I mean, listen, if your best player's performing like that, then there's some real concerns in this Arsenal squad.